What's up, what's up? It's Eric Haas with the Haas Group at Douglas Elliman in sunny Southern California. Hope this video is finding you guys doing fantastic, hanging in there and staying safe. I know it's crazy still with the uncertainty and ambiguity, but you know what? All together, as long as we focus together, we can get through this together at the same time. On that note, I just want to extend a very big thank you to everybody who's been watching my videos and subscribing with likes and comments. It means the world to me. It keeps me motivated, especially during these times, but I just want to keep delivering information of value to you. But on this note today, I'm not even going to get into the headlines because we already know about that. It's complete chaos all the time. No one ever knows what's going on. 24 hours, the headlines change. So right now, instead of jumping into any of those headlines, I just want to focus on the positivity that's happening around us. And you're going like, what? Positivity? Well, yeah, I want to focus in on the little things that are happening around us that we can totally be grateful right now for. And on that note, we're going to get right down into all the amazing things that I'm not only seeing in my neighborhood, because I'm right down here in Los Angeles, California. You know, it's been sunny outside. People are out on walks. It's been fantastic. So right now, I'm just going to drop some bombs on you about what's been positive going on in my life and the things that I've been seeing at the same time. So hang in there, stay tuned. We're gonna bring it to you right now. So as I mentioned to you, I live in Los Angeles in a suburb called Mar Vista, and I happen to be about 5 miles from the beach on the west side, and it's been great out here. You know, there's been showers here and there, but for the most part, we've had a lot of great sunshine and warm weather. So it's been great to be outside. And on that note, there's been a ton of people outside, more so than normal, you know, with this slowdown. And I know it's unfortunate, but this slowdown has really brought a lot of communities together. You know, a lot of people aren't usually seen outside walking about or even in their front yards. Now you're seeing them all the time. I mean, you got people out front in their lawn chairs with a red cup having conversations with their neighbors across the street. It's been great neighborly interaction. You know what? That's what I want to touch on today, because we need some positivity. We need some positive going on right now, because on TV it's nothing but doom and gloom, and I can only watch so many damn Netflix movies. So right now I want to dive you in with some positivity that's happening, at least in my neighborhood, that I'm seeing, and hopefully that will impact you. Share in my comments what's going on in your neighborhoods, what you're seeing as well, the positivity, because I know it's happening out there. So without further ado, let's get right on into it. It's interesting, you know, with the screens being in front of us and email and texting at our availability just with the push button of the phone, you know what I'm saying? People are actually falling back to some traditional ways of communicating. It's so nice to actually get a letter in the mail, especially me being 40 this year. I celebrated my birthday during the pandemic. Definitely wasn't going up north to Paso Robles where I had planned to have my adventure of a birthday. So, you know, I was stuck at home. I didn't even get to have a nice dinner with my parents either. But you know what? Getting a letter from my mom and my dad and hearing from them about how much they care about me, it made the world of me. And a lot of people are not in that type of situation right now. A lot of people are isolated, and as a result, we got to be reaching out to them as well, whether it's a text message, a phone call, even a knock on the door, and keeping a safe distance. We can talk through doors too, but we got to be looking out for one another. So right now I'm going to just share with you some examples that I've been seeing in my neighborhood, and that has just put a smile on my face and made me think about those positive, happy times when I'm feeling like, gosh, I'm getting stir crazy. So let's get right into what else we're seeing in the neighborhood. The wife and I with the kids are walking all the time, and another great thing that we're seeing are kids out on their bicycles, and even better, they don't have their training wheels on anymore. And why is that? Because majority of them are riding their bikes in the middle of the street, and you're thinking, what? They're in the middle of the street? Well, no one driving right now. Everybody's home, so it's been great. Kids have complete confidence. There's no concern right now, which is great. And obviously we're building that into them when, you know, we're out and about and they need to know about cars, because cars do pop up from time to time. But at the same time, it's giving them this freedom where they feel like nothing can stop them. And fortunately for me, my kid's one of those kids. He basically just took his training wheels off, and within the first day was rocking and rolling down the street. So it's been a tremendous, exciting time. A lot of positives in that respect. I mean, gosh, we can finally start riding bicycles together. It's awesome. I've had another great interaction with my neighbors, and on top of that, plenty of neighbors, even neighbors that I haven't met before. It's been awesome. You know, I'm a door knocker. Obviously, I'm a real estate agent. I meet a lot of the neighbors in the neighborhood through door knocking, and some of them just never have, you know, connected with, or just, you know, wrong timing. But, you know, I've met several neighbors recently just out and about and just conversing and just showing them, you know, hey, we're all human, we're all in this together, and just checking in. It's been a great opportunity. Know another person in the neighborhood, so you have that support line going on. Another awesome thing recently I saw too was a bunch of kids that were piled into a car, and they were literally driving to their best friend's house. And all of a sudden you saw them pull over, and the kids popped their heads out of the sunroof, and they had this banner, and it was reading, "I miss you, my friend. You know, I can't wait to play with you again." I mean, these are things that are just so uplifting, and to see the excitement these kids had on their face that they made this banner for their friend. And imagine the excitement that friend had when they saw the banner, knowing that their best friend is just thinking about them. And yeah, I know we have FaceTime, but it's just those extra little special things that just carry us through these times right now. It's just a special time to be able to do that as well. Another great thing I've been seeing as well is neighbors dropping off gift baskets or dropping off necessities to neighbors in need. There's a lot of neighbors out there who just aren't in the position to be able to get in the car and drive out and deal with the circumstances at hand with the pandemic. Maybe they're a little bit older and can't drive, or maybe their health just isn't in that type of position where they can risk being out amongst everybody, especially during these times. So I've seen some great interactions with neighbors where people are helping one another and picking up groceries and vital necessities and just household necessities, just to enjoy somewhat of a normalcy while we're all kind of isolated at home too. And then you have neighbors like my neighbors right next door who did something beyond amazing for me. Knowing that my 40th birthday was going to be spent at home, they actually put together a nice little bag of treats and included a bottle of wine and actually a just freshly baked sourdough bread. I mean, one of the most fantastic sourdough breads I've ever had in my life. And boy, I tell you, was I thrilled when I got something like that. But these are things that are happening throughout the neighborhoods, and it's just a joy to see that the neighbors are coming together and being supportive like that. I get that this pandemic is something that none of us want to be experiencing right now, but this slowdown has actually brought some kind of neighborly feeling again back to neighborhoods where people used to be in such a rush to get to where they were going, or appointment, or picking up a kid, or going to soccer practice, or I've got this job appointment. People aren't able to even slow down to have a simple conversation or even get to know who their next door neighbor is for that matter. So nowadays, this slowdown is really allowing people to interact. People who have just moved into the neighborhood still, buyers and sellers are still happening. So people who have just moved into the neighborhood as well are slowed down and actually being able to meet everyone as well. And it's just been a great community-based type of situation, even in the midst of this pandemic that we're all facing together. Now, along with these great examples of positivity that are happening throughout the neighborhood, I have to tell you about some wonderful organizations out there that have been completely committed, dialed in, and providing basically our lifeline in chances of where we can't do things. So these are organizations that are in desperate need of volunteers if you're in a position where you can do that, financial support as well. There are also donations are being taken as well. So I'm just going to run through some great organizations, and I'm sure you have some wonderful ones that you like to donate to as well. And please don't hesitate. I'd love to hear about those organizations as well. Please include them in the comments below, as I will include them in the description. If I name a phone number or say a website and you don't happen to catch it, either you can backtrack the video or you can find all that information in the description as well. So either way, I got you covered and dialed in. If you miss anything, don't worry. We got it here all for you. So moving forward, we've got some great organizations, as I was just saying. Starting off the bat is Meals on Wheels. I know that we're all familiar with Meals on Wheels. They've been around for ages. They're dedicated to really helping our senior citizens and making sure that they're fully facilitated with daily meals, and they're in desperate need right now of just volunteers helping out. So if you are in a place where you can assist, devote some time to helping out, you can check them out online at mealsonwheelsofamerica.org. I know they would be thrilled to hear from you, and they can get you plugged in on exactly how you can volunteer and help out. And another great organization is the Red Cross. The Red Cross is fantastic. It's a place where you donate your blood, and right now during this epidemic, a lot of people are feeling a little uneasy about getting outside. There's some of us who just aren't in a place to donate, but right now donating blood is vital right now. Vital for the lifeline support to a lot of the people out here, especially those who are sick. The need for that never ends. So definitely, if you are in a position, you're healthy, and you can donate blood, please reach out to the Red Cross. You can simply reach out at their online website at redcrossblood.org. There's also some great ways to donate. As I mentioned, our local shelters and our food banks are in desperate need of being restocked. They need your help. And so if you're in a financial position where you can maybe write a check or be able to donate to these organizations, that'd be fantastic, because I know that they're looking to make sure that they have a stockpile of supplies to make sure that they can feed everybody and take care of everybody during this pandemic. You can check them out at their website at foodpantries.org as well. Another thing to do right now in this pandemic is volunteering at food banks as well. They're definitely looking for people to volunteer, and they're doing it in the most safest of ways, keeping the safe distance and what have you, and doing everything precautionary. But we do need volunteers at the food banks, and they are there not only to sort food but also to pack food. So if you are interested in volunteering, please don't hesitate. Go on and check out the website at website, cafoodbanks.org. They're going to be stoked that you're reaching out, and they'll get you dialed in on exactly how you can make donations and be of service. Another thing we can do amongst ourselves is actually be a wellness check. And what do I mean by that? Well, a lot of our neighbors, as I mentioned, a lot of people are checking in on one another, and that's a great thing. And that's exactly what this wellness check is all about. It's a matter of just checking in on your neighbors. Maybe those who are isolated, elderly, maybe disabled, or in a position where they might not be able to get out as frequently. If you can be in a position where you can reach out and maybe just offer a helping hand, or just be in a place where they know that someone's looking out for them, it makes all the difference right now, especially for someone who's isolated, maybe has family, but they aren't necessarily close by. We got to come together as a community, and these neighborhoods right now, as I'm seeing, are being true examples of humanity and taking care of one another. Another great thing that we can do for one another is put together hygiene kits. These are of the utmost necessity, as well as shelters become packed with people, and the demand for staying clean and hygienic is absolute of importance to stay healthy during these times. If you want to find out exactly what is needed to go into these hygiene kits and where to drop them off, please drop onto the website give.losangelesmissions.org. They will be able to clue you in as to where to find places to drop off and what is actually needed in the kits as well. Another great organization that is in desperate need and is on the front lines of the epidemic, fighting it day and night and assisting all our healthcare workers, is Get Us PPE. And what they're dedicated to is making sure that this critical shortage of personal protective equipment nationwide is being addressed and taken care of. And so if you are in a position where you can donate and you would like to find a local place to donate to, please get on their website at getusppe.org/donate. They're in desperate need. I'm sure you know, per the headlines, that we are in a kind of a crunch when it comes to the amount of supply we have for our protective gear, whether it's masks, gloves, and the whole suits. So please, if you're in a position where you can donate and you'd like to donate to this cause, reach out to them accordingly on the website. Another great organization, LA-based nonprofit, is Masks for Docs. Obviously, the name goes without saying. They're looking to get protective masks for doctors. So if you are in a place where you can be able to provide those, there is a volume of patients that is just exploding, and to be able to protect our healthcare workers is crucial, especially getting them home to their loved ones at the end of the day safely and healthy. So if you are interested in helping out in that respect as well, please don't hesitate to drop onto their website. maskfordocs.com is the website, and again, they are doing everything they can to get medical protective equipment as fast as they can to the front lines as well. Another phenomenal project that is in place is Project Angel Food, which provides nutritional meals and counseling for people living with serious illnesses. Now, it goes way beyond that, as well as the fact that the organization prepares and delivers over 15,000 meals a week. And the crucial aspect too is that 62% of the population that they're facilitating are of 60 years or older. So they're in desperate need of being able to continue to facilitate and take care of these people in needing of financial donations as well. So if you're in a place where you'd like to donate as well, angelfood.org/COVID-19 is where you can go and get dialed in on where you can make your donation accordingly. State of California also has a medical supply contribution put into place for this pandemic. Our governor took it upon himself to launch a website for medical supply donations during our pandemic that we're all facing. So the website is created to get critical medical supplies to our front lines of COVID fighters on California's front lines. And if you can donate resources, whether you are donating or you have them for sale and you're making them and they are for sale, please visit covid19supplies.ca.gov. And the last one that I'm going to drop you with is the critical delivery service. This was just launched in LA County, and it's fantastic because not all of us are in a position to be able to help out and maybe go and pick up supplies and whatnot for our friends and neighbors that aren't in a place to do so. So LA County has launched a free pickup and delivery program to assist older adults and individuals with disabilities during this pandemic. And that's fantastic to have such support during these times, because I know a lot of people out there that are feeling alone, feeling like they don't have anyone there who's looking out for them. This program is fantastic. It's for you if you're in a place where you can't facilitate getting household groceries or household necessities or vital necessities for that matter. This is a 24-hour a day, 5 times a week drop-off delivery service. There's no application location. All you got to do is make sure that you've prepaid for the items, that they're ready for pickup to delivery to you. Now you can schedule the delivery through this following number. It's a 1-888-863-7411, and you can do so between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, and they will gladly take care of you and make sure that you are fully taken care of. The nation, the world, we're all in this together. It's a matter of us looking out for one another during these crazy times. And look, you know what? It's temporary, and unfortunately, we're stuck at home, isolated, but it's important that we think and be grateful for the things that are positive still happening in our lives, because that's what's going to get us through this. Just be ready and reflect and be strong. We'll get through this, and I'll see you on the next video. Stay well and take care of each other. God bless.